So, Blue Jay. It's a beautiful film. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on Netflix. It's amazing. I swear, check it out. It's only an hour and 20 minutes of your day. I don't think there's any spoilers in here, but just in case, I'll put a spoiler alert warning, just in case somebody tries to come after me. It's about two former high school sweethearts, Jim and Pam, who have been out of touch for about 20 years. And then one day they run into each other at a grocery store in their hometown, in a small town of their hometown in California. And I'm from California, so that very much sounded California-y. Anyways, they hang out for the rest of the day and they discuss old high school memories. I personally love this film. I think it really has heart and humor, and Mark Duplass just knows how to mix it so perfectly that just every bit of that film just holds significance. So Mark Duplass wrote this film with only a 2-page outline, and he sent it off to Sarah Paulson, Alex Lehmann, sorry if I mispronounce his last name, but the director of Blue Jay, and his producers. In this conversation with Mark Duplass, Sarah Paulson, and Alex Lehmann, they discuss this. Here you go. Here's a little video of information that I got.
It's a good question. This was the least prepared of any movie I've ever been involved with, and it was purposefully that way. I had the idea, I wrote a 2-page outline, I brought it to Sarah, I brought it to Alex, I brought it to our 3 female producers, Sid, Zan, and Mel, and we all started doing these meetings once a week, and we would talk about, okay, how can we make this story a little bit better? What are some personal things that we could bring to this story that we can then, hide later so that none of our ex-girlfriends or boyfriends get mad at us. And we really built this story that was, I guess in my opinion, I try to build movies that I know can succeed, that I know can do well.
Wow, that clip. I hope you enjoyed it. I've just been geeking out on interviews with them. So Blue Jay to me isn't really sappy and depressing. For me, it was more melancholy and nostalgic in a way, because they're reliving their old high school memories, and it kind of balances the melancholy style that they were going for with the nostalgic side, and it really works. For me, this film didn't feel like I was watching a very, very depressing, The Notebook or the Titanic. It was very it felt more light and airy, but still had an underlining sadness to it. It felt like I was in the room with Jim and Amanda when they were rehashing old times. Mark Duplass and Sarah Paulson improvised almost all of the dialogue in Blue Jay, which the Duplass brothers normally do. They mostly improvise the dialogue in their films. They write down the character's purpose in the scene, but they don't write and stick to every piece of dialogue that they write for each character. In the interview that I showed just a few minutes before, I hope you didn't forget. You might have to. If you forgot, I hope you get some help for that. But Mark stated that there wasn't a lot of planning before they got started with the production of the film. In my opinion, I think it really made the film feel more real and realistic. And I don't think it would have gotten the same reaction if everything was thought out and planned and all the dialogue was said line by line. I just don't think it would have worked. The director of Blue Jay, Alex Lehmann, directed the scenes with a very slow pace. There aren't a lot of fast-paced shots besides at the end with the climax of the movie, which honestly I can't remember, but I want to say that's what they were going for. And though black and white films are thought of as pretentious and showy nowadays, I think it worked with the film because the main purpose is Jim and Amanda's love story, not the color of the film. You really kind of have to focus on them and not the saturated storytelling. Blue Jay redefines the drama genre because it's not incredibly sappy. It is nostalgic and humorous. This film makes the audience feel like we're with Amanda and Jim, even though we're sitting on our couch or our beds with greasy popcorn hands. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Bye.